Frequently, an embedded system is a component within some larger systems. Right now. So instrument cluster is a module in a car. Like that, we have different modules. We have infotainment modules, audio control unit, telematic unit. Every one of them are a mini microcomputer. When they want to exchange informations, they use a network protocols like CAN, LIN, MOST, FluxRay, Ethernet, like that. Right now. But in general, embedded system is a component in a larger system, right? It can even sometimes it is independently work as a standalone system to perform a task. It can also work in group to achieve a task. Clear? Yes or no?
Understood, sir.
Then what is C programming? What is C programming? C is a powerful general purpose and procedural programming language developed by this particular person, Dennis Ritchie at Bell Labs in the early of 1970. So you can ask me a questions. Why he has to develop such a language in C language? Why don't he directly program things in assembly or in machine language? Why we require this? This is to make the things simple. Actually, we are having a Windows computer here, the computer which is using Windows, right? So in this one, I have a menu here. Upon clicking that file menu, I get list of options. I just touch one options. According to that, it does the job. If I click this particular thing, it does the printing. How does the mouse know I want to do a printing job? How these things are working in behind? How they are able to perform a printing task when I click this particular coordinate? For those, there is a program behind to make those decisions. Actually, this is an LCD screen right now. It as a hardware, if you look at this as an embedded system engineer, this is an embedded hardware, right? A display. In that particular display, I click the print, the coordinate where the text print is appearing right now. When I click that, it does the printing job, right? To do this, they have to write thousands of lines in from the OS side and from the application, this particular PowerPoint side. Those were unknown to us. We do not know them, what they have written there. What we know is upon coming to this menu, I click this option, it does the print job. That is what we know. But behind the screen, there are many things happen. For these things, writing machine codes, let us say I have to write zeros and ones to make this to work, it is very hard because computer will understand only zeros and ones at the end of the day. To make this task, creating a 0 and 1 is very tricky. I can make mistakes. I can make a lot of mistakes. To simplify that one, they created an assembly language. There the people can understand what they are actually doing using a English-like terms. Later, people felt that even that is very hard to program. It is not user-friendly or developer-friendly. For to simplify that only, they developed a procedural language using 32 keywords. That high-level language is just like a rhythm. You can understand what you are doing using that flow, right? At the end of the day, machines is getting zeros and ones to do that job, right? So here we have a clarity. If I just present a zeros and ones to display to do by clicking this particular coordinate, it has to do a printing job. If I give a zeros and ones in front of you to understand that,
Are you engineering graduate who want to kickstart your profession in automotive domain? Are automotive professional who want to switch your job to interesting positions with higher packages? Are you professional who look to work for great automotive OEM? Are you software professional who look for automotive job in Germany, France, UK, and US? Not sure about where to start? Then contact Yahasia Software for more details. They have nearly 20 years experience in corporate training and helped many professionals to achieve their dream job in automotive domain. They have students across 67 countries. They are conducting regular training on various topics. Automotive system testing using Python and embedded C for automotive are trending courses from them. Hence, to make your dream true, contact them now using 875-451-8745.
You cannot understand. It will take time. It will take years to understand the code. But if I made it simple, if I simplified what is happening in the zeros and ones using English like flow, you can really, okay, this is what they are doing. Go to this coordinate and then click it. If it is clicked this particular coordinate, do printing jobs. So I can write statements like that. No, like that only this C programming was developed in 1970 in Bell Labs. It is a high level language. In that you can program in the English. Then you can give that to a compiler. From that compiler, it can go to assembler. From assembler, it can be converted to machine language that the computer can understand. Right. If you are able to do programming you only using zeros one, you are a very great. But it is not that much easy. It is possible you will make mistake a lot. That's why they developed this programming. Right. So the C programming is a high level programming language. So that's why now we know what is embedded system and what is C programming. Right. Then why they chose C programming? There are many other programming languages are there. We have Java, we have Python, we have other languages, C sharp. Those languages have a intermediate layer before they touches the hardware. Example, Python has Python virtual machine. Java has Java virtual machine. C sharp has common language runtime. All of you agree or not? Come on. Whatever program that you write, that is given as input to a intermediate layer. That layer is only converting them to machine language. Do you agree or not, both of you?
Yes, sir.
True, no. That's why they are not used. These Raspberry Pi and other things, they use the Python language. Actually, they have to bring the Linux first. If they don't bring the Linux first, they cannot do programming in that. So they require an intermediary layer to work. C is not like that. It can directly generate zeros and ones. Those can be executed by the processor or microcontroller. That's why the C is still used. Though we have a lot of developments in the software industry, why the C is used till now for programming? Because it can directly produce a machine language as an output. That is the reason, right? It is a mid-level with high-level features such as support for functions and module, and low-level features such as good access to hardware via pointers. Touching the hardware is very easy when you use C. That is the reason why people choose C. Right. It is very efficient and easy to use. Only 32 keywords. Very simple using 32 keywords. It was part of academic before. Right now, people are changing, moving to Python. But when we did the engineering in those days, we have to write a paper in C. I don't know the current situation. It was like that in that time. Right. It is popular and well understood. Even the desktop developer who have used Java, C++ can soon understand the C syntax. When I was started learning programming, I learned in an institute called NIIT in that time. They taught only C++ plus plus to me. They didn't teach C. Later, I didn't go any learning center to learn C, right? Computer center to learn C. I learned it by more by own. The reason how I learned, I just related whatever the keywords or functions that they taught to me in C++. I related them with the C and learned it. So every programming language that we have today is following the same pattern that is there in C. This for loop, while loop, maybe there may be a slight change, but the pattern is same. There is no different in that. So that's why if you know C, you can learn any language. You can work with any language. So that's how it is, right? So you can relate the keywords of other programming languages C and can learn it. Those were the reason for choosing C. From my view, those were not famous reason. The famous reason that I told is this one. Very easy to work with hardware. It can easily drive the hardware because it doesn't depends on any intermediary layer. For that, we have to depends on someone else. So you have a complete control of what you are doing. That's why the peoples are using